All right, so I originally planned this video to be a tripod video, me sitting on the couch, talking, yapping on the camera as I usually do. But tripod broke due to little sister activities. Anywho, I will be doing this over video and editing because, I do want to get this Jurassic World Rebirth review out for you guys. So, yay! Shout out to me not being lazy as fuck and not letting little simple things ruin me getting content out for you guys. So yeah, Jurassic World Rebirth. And right off the bat, Jurassic World Rebirth just feels way more authentic than the rest of the Jurassic World trilogy. It feels like a film made by an actual fan of the series instead of like, nostalgia bait every 3 seconds into the damn movie. It doesn't even have that many nostalgia bait moments. I've seen a lot of criticism, again, air quotes, criticisms on that. And if you look back at the movie, there's really not, if any at all. Like, it's its own original story. It, has its own original characters. Plot is, so, okay, let's start off with the plot. The plot is, it takes place 5 years after Dominion. The Earth's climate is fucking up the dinosaurs that have, made it onto the mainland. And the only way for them to survive is by going back to the Earth's equator, the Earth's line equator. I think that's how you say it. I hope I'm not fucking that up. Tongue twisters are a bitch here. But yeah. And our main characters need the DNA from their heart to make a heart cure for cancer, I believe it. Okay, that plot's a little, but it ends up coming back around for a better message of the film. So they need this to, help all the people of the world. But, obviously dinosaurs are in the way, yada, 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 stuff gets in the way. So, not that complex of a plot, but, still, it's more interesting than anything we've had in Dominion, Fallen Kingdom, World. Well, okay, World was all right. I ran on World a lot. Fallen Kingdom was cool too. Dominion just sucked ass. That's all it was. But yeah, no. Initial impressions, Jurassic World Rebirth, I definitely put it. It feels more like a Jurassic Park sequel more than a Jurassic World sequel. It like I knew it was gonna happen. It ignores basically Jurassic World entirely. Like it doesn't like. Okay, there's like a small mention of like Dr. Henry Wu working on hybrids, but this is not even really mentioned hybrids. They more so working on like genetic mutations, which is, explains the D-Rex. D-Rex is not a hybrid, it's a mutation. Talking about it references the line from Jurassic World. You want bigger teeth, dinosaurs just aren't just fun anymore. So I believe that's really the only mention of Jurassic World there is in the film. I could be wrong though, but I hope not. I've really just seen it. Story's great, basic, but it works for the story, for the movie that it is, definitely. Now the characters are actually surprisingly the highlight of the film. I actually really enjoy these characters more than I ever thought I would. They're 100% more entertaining than fucking Jurassic World than fucking Chris Pratt. I don't even remember their name. Owen Grady and Claire Dearing. There we go. That's the names. Literally just came in my head. I forgot them that quickly. Feel just more human compared to J World Trilogy. I'm not comparing it to J World Trilogy a lot. First of all, it's a fucking Jurassic World film. Obviously, it's room for comparison amongst its previous sequels, but also because it just does a lot of things way better than Jurassic World ever did. The whole trilogy in itself ever did. Like, the characters have like small banter, it doesn't come off as forced or like, okay, well, there is some moments where like I feel like the dialogue should have gone on longer. I don't know what's up with me. I feel like sometimes dialogue should be longer. I think I'm like the only person who like has this sentiment when it comes to films like this, because a lot of people don't give a fuck about any of the human characters. They just want dinosaurs, action, kaiju, whichever it may be. But I feel like when you have human characters in kaiju films, the dialogue always just feels shortened to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just my autistic brain, wanting to hear people, blabber on more, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, they just feel more human. They're more sympathetic. Obviously, they care about other people. Claire and Owen did too, but it just feels like, I don't know. They just rub me better, I guess. Don't take that out of context, filthy niggas. I don't know. They just come off as more likable to me, especially Dr. Henry Loomis. He's honestly the best character in this entire franchise, in my personal opinion. Duncan is great too. Duncan's a cool dude. He cares about the kid. He's the first one to actually care about the kids and the family. And I don't know, man. A little criticism. I feel like his sacrifice was okay. That didn't need to happen if he was just gonna come back alive anyway. Like he didn't, because the film trailers build it up as like Duncan was gonna die saving everybody from the D-Rex, which I thought would have been, you know, a nice little conclusion, but I guess not. I guess, you know, Gareth Edwards pulled the rug under us for whatever reason. That's like a small criticism. That was unnecessary. We didn't need that. You could have honestly just thrown the flare if you weren't gonna, whatever. Anyways, Dr. Henry Loomis, best character in the whole franchise. Zora Bonnet, she's a cool character. She's, you know, a quirky white girl, but, you know, that's still, it's fun. She's fun. She's cool fun. Then there's the you know, twisty villain, secret agent, not a bad guy, you know, boring agent dude. He's evil agent dude number 5,000 in these franchises. He only cares about the money, not caring about anybody else, whatever. At least his death seems cool. D-Rex victim, Agents in 5. Now, the family, I really don't have too much to say on. It's a family. If you've ever been around the family, it's, you know, it's a family. The dad's cool, I guess. He's not really one of those dads that's like super overprotective, but, you know, he still cares enough about his kids, and he's still logical enough to allow help when needed. The older sister, she's an older sister. You know, the boyfriend kind of sucks ass, but, you know, he gets his shit straight later on in the film. The little girl, yeah, the family, you know, the family's a family, you know, family's family. The real showstoppers are Zora, Duncan, and Dr. Henry Loomis, most definitely. So, characters best in the Jurassic World trilogy, but, you know, they still could use a little bit more work. But I'm grateful for what we got. What we got was pretty good. I did really enjoy it. Also, the scene with Dr. Henry Loomis and the Titanosaurus, that's the best scene that's probably the best scene in the franchise. Up there with the Brachiosaurus reveal. That's, oh man, a tear flows down my eye, man, thinking about it. Peak. Thank you, Gareth Edwards, for, you know, feeding my fat inner child. Now, on to what we all really care about, the dinosaurs. Yes, rub those hands together to make that fucking fire, kids. The dinosaurs, they are fantastic. They don't have a lot of screen time. I know that's gonna, you know, piss some people off and blow some people's brains out, but, you know, Gareth uses them sparingly. You know, he doesn't like overshow them. You know, put every single dinosaur in frame for every single scene. You know, he adds little teasers every now and then, but yeah, for the full scenes, they're good. You know, it's there to build up suspense. You know, you feel tense every time a dinosaur does come on the screen, because Gareth is great at building tension in his films. Horror, again, not really. This is not a very scary movie, but, you know, thriller, I'd say it's definitely a thriller. He's good, thrilling scenes, most definitely. Gareth, you know, kind of estimated his ability to make a horror in a Jurassic film, but, you know, the thriller's there. I'll take it. All right, we're gonna do this in chronological order. The Mosasaurus looks absolutely beautiful. I love the new design. Tiger skin was fantastic, and just how it acts and moves and how it pushes the boat around. It feels like a classic B-movie monster chase scene. And I mean that in a good way. Like, a lot of people hear that and be like, oh, well, that fucking sucks, because it's not, you know, S tier, A tier, not Martin Scorsese worthy. Get the fuck out my face, you know, whatever. I think the Mosasaurus, I said Monstersaurus, what? Mosasaurus chase scene is absolutely fantastic. Spinosaurus, yes, the boy's back, yay. Helping out the Mosasaurus. I think that's a really interesting and unique relationship. I didn't expect Gareth to do that. Have we ever had that in the Jurassic World trilogy? Like, two complete different creatures symbiotically, you know, feeding off each other? I don't think we do. I don't know, but whatever. We have it now, and it's great. The Spinosaurus 4? Because I think there's 4, right? I believe so. You know, they're there. They help out the Mosasaur with attacking the group and everything. They're cool. I love their designs. They don't get shown, you know, that much. Like, we don't get to see a full body picture of them, unlike like we do in like the renders. Like, they got leaked a couple months before the film. But, you know, from what I can see, from what Gareth allows me to see with their designs, you know, it's really good. Thank you, Gareth, for that, for sparingly showing me the designs of creatures you want me to see in the film. After that, I think Dolores shows up, I think is what it's called. It's like a small ceratopsid. I don't remember. I have to catch up on my dinosaur lore, man. I used to know shit like this. Anyway, I don't care. You know, Dolores, it's a creature made so that Warner Bros. Or whoever, who makes these films now? Whoever, the main producers can sell toys with and gain more money for it. That's literally her entire purpose. She contributes nothing to the film. She's just there to look cute and, sell toys. So, good job at that, I guess. And we get the Velociraptors, and they get killed by the new threat, which I don't really care that much for. Velociraptors are literally in every single Jurassic Park film. So, having them show up 1 minute, not even a minute, like a millisecond, and then get killed off, it would have bothered me if, we didn't get any, if it was like a big return or something, but it's not. They're here all the time. You expect it with the Jurassic Park film. So, having them not here is actually pretty more entertaining because it allows other creatures to get their shine. But, they're there, they get killed off. I think, then Dilophosaurus. I wish they would just make Dilophosaurus its original size. Like, that scene would have been so, like, I do like the scene, but it would have been so much better if it was just like the Dilophosaurus, like from the novels. The novels indicate that the Dilophosaurus is literally the size that it originally was in, the actual Dilophosaurus. Because Dilophosaurus in real life was not that small. It was huge, and it was a top predator of its age. It was the biggest creature out there. It had no competition because no creature was the size of it. It was the alpha predator of its era. So, like, I don't know, seeing it constantly be small in movies, it's like, all right, man. Like, and doesn't Nedry even like indicate that the original Dilophosaurus in the Jurassic World was like a baby, and that there are bigger ones out there? I don't know, whatever. Anyways, it's obviously just ploy for the actual threat of that scene to come out. The T-Rex, baby, the Tyrannosaurus, and it is the best Tyrannosaurus design in the series. Like, I love the tiger patterns on the back. The color scheme's absolutely fantastic. I love the bulkiness it has. That whole raft scene is beautiful, perfect. Don't know how they didn't even explain how it can swim, but I don't think it needs to. It's just cool. It looks cool, so go with it. Shut up, nigga. But yeah, no. The T-Rex scene is fantastic. The T-Rex is awesome. I love it. Wish it popped the raft in half, though. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe I just don't like the T-Rex using its full jaw strength and, the raft not popping in half, considering it had the strongest bite force of any known creature alive. But yeah, anyways, nerd talk, whatever. T-Rex, awesome, badass, loved it to death. And then we're probably on to my absolute favorite scene of the film, the Titanosaurus. Man, it's not a threat, obviously. It's just a scene purely where you just sit back, relax, and enjoy the fucking magic, man. And it is absolutely beautiful. I love the Titanosaurus scene so much. It's gorgeous, man. Not to mention the designs are just brilliant. I love the Titanosaurus designs. They're beautiful, dude. They're just, oh man, I love it so much. And it's just sitting back and watching the magic and watching Dr. Henry Loomis get like emotional at seeing a real dinosaur. Like, I joked to him in the theater like, oh, suck it up, nigga. But I would be like that too. I can't even lie. But I'd be crying real nigga tears, Not no pussy over here. But yeah, man, just the Titanosaurus scene, absolutely beautiful. I loved it so much. It's such a great scene, dude. Just, nothing else to say. It's perfect. I love it to death. It's beautiful. Then we have the Quetzalcoatlus, which has probably the darkest death scene in the whole film. The guy like gets eaten alive, and you can like hear him in the stomach of the creature, and it like gulps it down. It's really fucking dark and disturbing, really disgusting, really nasty. But the dinosaur death scenes happens. You can't do nothing about it. But at least it's cool. It looks cool. Yeah, that's the cool part. It's cool. Cool. So yeah, Quetzalcoatlus, cool. Now for the controversial creatures of the film, the Mutodons. I think they're fine. I think a lot of people are acting like these are the worst things that ever exist ever when they're not. They're just, dinosaurs. Here's the thing I like about this film. The dinosaurs are actual animals. Like, they get treated like animals. We see them sleep, eat, exist in their natural habitats, spend time with their mates. They act like actual, it's like prehistoric planet. What did I say? Prehistoric planet. It's like prehistoric planet in a way that they make the dinosaurs feel like real actual animals, not just like generic monsters. The Mutodons are there to feel like actual monsters. Like, they're specifically, that is what the director had in mind. Instead of making the dinosaurs feel like fucking, just random monsters number 5,000, they have the mutadons for that, And when the mutadons do that job, they get angry and mad. So, there's no use trying to please these people. But for what they are, they're fine. I don't have that much to say on them. Their design's cool. The neck sack on them, they look like giant murderous turkeys, and I think they look more funny than scary. But they have like that giant neck sack. I think that's what bird use to like attract mates, or males do anyway. I think in a wild slane, I think that's cool that they have that. But yeah, they're it's a mutadon. Not really much to say on that. Then the D-Rex. Ooh, the best design in the whole series, or not whole series, whole movie, I might say. It only appears for like a minute in the movie. Yeah. Destroys a helicopter though, so that's pretty cool. And it's huge, and it's big. So that's nice. One thing I was scared that the D-Rex was just gonna show up and get killed. Like, it was gonna be like that big final boss or something that nobody really cares for, and just kills to fill out the third act. But no, the D-Rex actually survives, and it survives. And I don't know, when I saw it roar at the end, I got this feeling of it just wanted to be left alone. Like, and I feel like I got that whole feeling from the whole island too. Like, the D-Rex encapsulates the feeling of, we just want to be left alone and we don't want anything to do with you. Like, it just, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much on it, but it just, I got that feeling from it. I don't know. It spoke to me, kind of. Maybe that's just a voice in my head. Anyways, yeah. The D-Rex, not in the film for very long, but, it's there. One thing I wish they did, I wish a Titanosaurus sample got destroyed, and like the other biggest land animal they had to get was one of the D-Rex. I think that would have been much cooler, and it would have had a purpose of being in the film. I feel like that would have been much cooler. Would have been nice too. But, maybe it's supposed to encapsulate how, like, abominations can also have a place in nature or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just coping, but I don't know. The design is cool. The roar is cool. I wish it did a lot more, but, what can I say? It's already over with, so not really much to say on that. And yeah, man, that's Jurassic World Rebirth. It's a great film. It obviously not without its flaws, but I mean, we come to expect this at this point. No Jurassic World film at this point is going to be perfect, but for what we definitely get, I like it. I think it's a step in the right direction. I definitely believe that. No sequel. Please don't have a sequel. I don't want a sequel. They're gonna make a sequel, but I don't want a sequel. Please no. But yeah, fuck what I have to say. Jurassic World Rebirth was great. I'm sorry I didn't get this video out earlier. Again, tripod fucking broke, so can't do nothing about that. The film was great. I did enjoy it. If you guys still haven't seen it yet, I say go see it. I think it's definitely worth your time. A little movie to see, to reinvigorate your love of the Jurassic World series. But yeah, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.